What is up, people? MrFalliorsLife here again. So I want to talk about the time that I almost died. Seriously. This isn't a joke, this isn't anything. A time that I almost died. I'm gonna try to not be all over the place. Sometimes I am, just because I remember things at different times. And there's Bubba. He's looking better today. But anyway, the time that I almost died. So, it was back in New York. I want to say like 5 years ago. Ish. I was going in for a, what's it called? It was for my teeth. One second. Root canal, that's what it was. I was going in to get a root canal at the dentist. So he gave me a prescription, a 10-day prescription for amoxicillin. Amoxicillin is an antibiotic. If you didn't know, it helps to get rid of as much bacteria as it can. Any possible infection, anything like that. And I needed that for the root canal so that nothing, bad happened. And so, like, it was as little bacteria in there as possible when he gave me the root canal. So I went for the root canal. I went for the root canal. He gave me that. I started taking it. Now, what's weird is that I was taking it. I took it all 10 days. And on the 9th day, I started getting red rashes, like all over my arms, and I think my chest. And we didn't think too much about it, but we were kind of weary, so I didn't take the 10th day one. But when I woke up on the 10th day, they were worse. And they were like bigger. So my mom called my doctor and asked them what we should do. We think that I was allergic to amoxicillin. They said to get this over-the-counter thing. But then, after getting off the phone, I noticed that, I don't really mind saying it, my testicles were swollen about 4 times the size that they normally are. Now, to compare, I would say that they were about the size of that square. And I'm not lying. They were literally that big. Like, actually maybe a little bit bigger, because they took up my entire hand, up to like about here to my finger, all the way down to here. And that's what scared me, because it was almost like they were like filling up with fluids or something to a point where like they could possibly explode. I don't know like how that works. Like, once something overfills to the point of expansion, it blows. So she called them back, and they said to go in. No. Yeah, see, that's one of my see, this is one of the parts that I don't remember exactly what happened next. I don't think she did call him back yet. I think that's when she went to the store and I wanted to stay home. That was before noticing that they were huge. Yeah, I think so. I think I noticed they were huge until after the near death. So anyway, she went to the store. This was when I just had the red things on my skin. She went to the store, and I didn't want to go. That was when I always wanted to stay home, and I didn't even go to the store. So while she was at the store, I started feeling really funny, like really funny, and I didn't like it. I did not like this feeling. So I went and grabbed the phone, just in case, to bring it with me. I started feeling a little bit dizzy. So I was like, I was heading towards the stairs to go down the stairs. And I was starting to, I didn't feel right. I was starting to get dizzy, lightheaded, and stuff. Almost to the stairs, I started getting tunnel vision. What tunnel vision is when your overall vision, you know how like you can see in the corner of your eye and stuff, that starts closing to where all of this starts turning black, and it keeps going, and it turns black and black and black on both sides, and it's black and black and black to where all you can see is in front of you, and it keeps going. And I got to the point where I could only see like about this much all the way through. It was like this much, but it was all blurry, like I was like really drunk. Have you ever put on like those beer goggle things that Dare gives you when you're like kids, to like show you like to try to walk a line with the beer goggles on and stuff? It's almost like that, or alcohol goggles, whatever you want to call them. It was almost like that. So like I couldn't see. This was black above me, below me, on the side, and the part that I still could see that was left, it was all blurry, as though I didn't have my glasses on or something. So that's when I started getting really scared, and I started going down the stairs. It was very, very difficult to head down the stairs. I was, like going all over the place, going back and forth to the thing. I had to hold on the railing the whole time with like pretty much all of my weight. And that was a weak railing because some of the railing things were missing. So luckily the railing stayed. So I made it to the bathroom of downstairs, and that's when like my vision was getting even smaller, to where like almost everything was gonna be black. And that's when I decided to call 911. So I dialed 911 and nothing happened. Our phone, something with our specific number was screwed up at the time, so 911 didn't actually work. Instead, it worked if you dialed a specific 6-digit thing. It was really weird because like before this happened, my stepdad was trying to call one of his friends in New York City, and halfway through dialing the number, they're like, 911, what's your emergency? And it's like, what? You dial halfway through an 800 number or a 282 number or something like that, and 911 answers? That didn't make any sense. But when I actually dialed 911, it didn't work. So I didn't know what to do. I pressed the hang up button, and I just sat there on the floor, and I was just praying to God. I think I was praying to God. I was just like, help me, or something like that. God help me. And then all of a sudden, just like the dizziness and the blackout, all of a sudden the blurriness was gone, and the black just disappeared, and I had full on vision again. I could stand up and I could walk completely normal. And then 30 seconds after I stood up and I was fine, my mom pulled in. That's when I told her what happened. That's when I noticed that my testicles were 4 times the size, that were about as big as my hand. And that's when she called, and that's when we went in to the doctor. They gave me the stuff to counteract allergic reactions, and I was fine. But that was my near-death experience. If that didn't happen, I am pretty... If whatever it was that was causing it was not released at that time, I'm pretty sure I would have been dead in that bathroom when my mom pulled in. But she did pull in within like 30 seconds since then, so if she would have been in the house within a minute of me dying, I still don't know what would have happened, because 911 didn't work. So even if she called 911, it wouldn't have went through. I even tried calling 911 one more time by pressing the *82 or something like that, where it stops your number from being private so that it will show up on caller ID, and I tried 911, still didn't work. But yeah, that's my near-death experience. I finally said it on my channel. I kept saying I was gonna explain it one day, and I never did. So that was my near-death experience. Thank God that whatever it was went away temporarily until I could get to the doctor. But yeah, so there's got to be some reason I'm still alive, right? Because if there was no more purpose for me, I would have died that day, right? So there's got to be something that I'm still alive for. And I got to remember that. I could have died that day, but I didn't. So I need to try to make something more of my life than what it's been. I don't know what that sound is. That's really loud. But yeah, I gotta try to make more of my life than what it has been since that day. It's like I kind of wasted that opportunity. I was given an opportunity that day by not dying, and I didn't really do too much since then. It's kind of like a wasted opportunity or something. I don't know. But I gotta change it. I really do. The depression and all that, I need to change it. I need to do what I can, what I have the ability to do right now, which is exercising, eating right, sleeping right. Those are things that I have full control over and I still don't do. So I'll just work on that for right now. And then hopefully if I can get myself motivated and calm enough trying to drive, because every time I try to drive, my nerves are like so high that it's so hard to actually do. And it's already hard enough for me because I can't tell where the car is on the road, and it doesn't help when your nerves and anxiety is through the roof. So but for now, I'll try the things that I have control over, full control over, which is try not to eat as much junk, try to have a better bedtime, and exercise. So thanks for watching. I'm still alive. For some reason. There's a reason. And I need to figure it out. And I need to actually make something of my life. That's the lesson that I finally learned now, years later. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.